Мы переходим к пункту 7
We are now
повестки
moving
дня.
on to agenda
Награды.
item 7, awards.
Ваше превосходительство, уважаемые
Your
делегаты,
Excellencies,
дамы и господа,
distinguished delegates,
сегодня мы собрались
ladies and
здесь
gentlemen,
для
we have
вручения
come here
наград,
today
которые
to
присуждаются
present
отдельным
awards
людям
to
или
individuals
организациям за
or
выдающиеся
organizations
достижения в
given
области
such
развития
awards for
здравоохранения.
outstanding achievements in healthcare.
Подробную информацию о
Detailed
лауреатах
information
премий этого года вы
on
можете
the
найти в
award
документе
laureates can be found in document A70 INF1 awards.
Я с удовольствием
It is with
объявляю,
great pleasure that
что
I now
премия
declare
здравоохранения
that
Сасакавы
the
за
Sasakawa
2017
Healthcare
год
Award
была
for
присуждена
2017 was awarded to
Арсланину
Dr.
Ринчину,
Arslan Rinchin
Монголия,
of Mongolia,
которого представляет госпожа
who will be
Аюшин Цукцек,
represented by Dr.
министр
Tsutseki,
здравоохранения Монголии.
Healthcare Ministry for
Я
Mongolia.
приглашаю господина
I
Йохея
invite
Сасакаву, посла доброй воли ВОЗ, в
the
области элиминации
Ambassador of the WHO, Dr. Sasakawa, and the chair of the Japanese Fund to speak to the Assembly on behalf of the Memorial Fund.
Господин Сасакава, вам
Mr.
предоставляется слово.
Sasakawa, you have the floor.
Honorable President of the Assembly, Honorable Director General Margaret Chan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by congratulating Dr. Arslan Rinchin on receiving the 33rd Sasakawa Health Prize. It is unfortunate that we cannot welcome Dr. Rinchin here today, but I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to Her Excellency Tsog for her presence today. And I'd also like to convey my deep appreciation to the selection committee. Since 1984, the Sasakawa Health Prize has honored individuals and organizations for contributing universalization of primary health care. Dr. Rinchin has been actively engaged in the area of epidemiology, especially viral hepatitis, for more than 40 years. At a time when the public health policy for hepatitis was inadequate, Dr. Rinchin called for increased vaccination against the disease. Consequently, Mongolia became one of the first countries to introduce infant hepatitis B immunization, and the prevalence rate of the disease dramatically declined. This success owes much to his work. Dr. Rinchin also has another area of concern, eliminating the stigma that patients suffer. I have learned that hepatitis B patients are often stigmatized due to misunderstanding regarding the infection rate of the disease. I myself have been fighting to eliminate leprosy for decades now. I am also fighting against the stigma suffered by those affected by leprosy, even after being physically cured. I would like to extend my heartfelt support to Dr. Rinchin and his noble aspiration of not only researching hepatitis B, but also working to eliminate the stigma. It is my honor and pleasure to present Sasakawa Health Prize 2017 to Dr. Rinchin and all who have supported his research activities. Congratulations.
Благодарим вас, господин
We
Сасакава.
thank you, Mr. Sasakawa.
Уважаемые коллеги, для меня большая честь
Colleagues,
вручить
I
эту
have a
награду,
great honor to present
предназначенную
this
для
award
доктора
for
Арсланина
Dr. Arslan Rinchin of Mongolia, who is here represented by Her Excellency Ms. Ayush Tsoktsitsik, Minister of Health of Mongolia. I now give the floor to Her Excellency, the Mongolian Health Minister, Ms. Tsoktsitsik.
Madam President, Madam Director General, Mr. Yohei Sasakawa, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I'm greatly honored to receive the prestigious Sasakawa Health Prize on behalf of Dr. Arslan Rinchin, and I would like to convey the Ministry of Health's and the Government of Mongolia's appreciation to the WHO Executive Board, Dr. Margaret Chan, the Director General, Mr. Yohei Sasakawa, WHO Goodwill Ambassador for Leprosy Elimination and Chairman of the Nippon Foundation, for nominating and awarding Dr. Arslan Rinchin for his contribution to the development of primary health care services and the public health.
Мөн хамтран ажиллаж байсан доктор Блумберг, доктор Окачи, Монгол болон Унгар улсын эрүүл мэндийн салбарын хамтран цэцгэж байсан хамт олондоо чин сэтгэлийн талархал илэрхийлсдгийг уламжлахад таатай байна. Монгол улсын эрүүл мэндийн салбарт доктор Иргэнчингуй оруулсан хувь нэмэр туйлын өндөр бөгөөд
I would like to convey the greetings of Dr. Arslan Rinchin, who is a dedicated health professional and an outstanding researcher of Mongolia. I am pleased to convey his gratitude to Dr. B. Blumberg, Dr. K. Okochi, healthcare workers, and colleagues in Mongolia and Hungary for their valuable support provided to him. I would like to highlight here that the excellent cooperation existed among WHO, UNICEF, JICA, Gavi, and local healthcare workers have played a crucial role in dramatically reducing hepatitis B virus infections and in reducing under 5 child morbidity and mortality in Mongolia. Thank you again to all, and I wish you the best of everything.
We all thank you, Madam Minister. Thank you very much. And now it is with great pleasure that I declare that the Healthcare Fund Award of the United Arab Emirates for 2017 has been awarded to Professor Lo Bubu Baidi of Mauritania. I invite His Excellency Ambassador Obaid Salem Saeed Al Zaibi, Permanent Representative of the United Arab Emirates to the United Nations Office, to address our Assembly on behalf of the United Arab Emirates Health Foundation. Ambassador, you have the floor.
سعادة البروفيسورة فيرونكا سكوفورونتسا رئيس الجمعية العامة لمنظمة الصحة العالمية سعادة الدكتورة مارغريت
Madam President of the WHO, Madam Director General of the WHO, distinguished delegates, dear ministers and ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the United Arab Emirates Health Foundation Prize, I would like to wish you a warm welcome to this annual event that the Assembly organizes to pay tribute to professors and doctors and all that have participated in the development of health around the world and have supported the role of our organization in everything that it does. I would like to thank the members of the Executive Board. I would like to thank the members who have organized and convened this meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, in the United Arab Emirates, we have wanted to support the role of the WHO, which is why this award was created. We are here trying to encourage people that are working in this area to redouble their efforts to be able to improve human health. The United Arab Emirates have set up a strategy and have done so for a very long time to be able to develop programs in the area of health. This has been implemented as well as are in conjunction with the development at all levels in our society. We therefore supply healthcare services to all that live on our territory. In 1995, this award was started, and 36 people have been able to receive this award, as well as including NGOs and organizations that work in the area of health. We have also wanted to award works of charity thanks to this award. I am very pleased to be able to tell you the name of the award recipient this year, Professor Lo Baidi Bubu. We would like to award this professor because he has been responsible for blood transfusions in Mauritania, and he has done a lot to be able to fight against HIV and hepatitis. Professor Lo Baidi, who is the Dean of the Medical Faculty in Mauritania since 2006. As I was saying, this Professor Bubu Baidi has done everything that was in his power to be able to ensure that blood transfusions reach the most remote areas in Mauritania, and he has also been personally responsible for hepatitis B vaccinations, which is how newborns were able to be vaccinated only 24 hours after their birth. The United Arab Emirates, with this prize, is trying to support and encourage doctors, experts, for them to be able to develop new treatment technologies. And to conclude, I would like to extend my gratitude to all of you, and I would also like to congratulate from the bottom of my heart Professor Bubu Baidi. We renew our promise to work in this area and to continue awarding this prize. Thank you.
We thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. For us, it is a great honor to present this prize to Professor Lu Bubu Baidi of Mauritania.
Вам предоставляется слово.
Sir, you now have the floor. The floor goes to Professor Lou Boubou Baidi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Madame la Présidente de l'Assemblée
Madam
mondiale de la
President
Santé,
of the World Health Assembly,
Madame la Directrice Générale
Madam
de
Director General
l'Organisation
of the
mondiale de la
World Health
Santé,
Organization,
distingués,
distinguished
délégués,
delegates,
Mesdames, Messieurs,
ladies and gentlemen,
en me décernant ce prestigieux prix,
by awarding me this
l'Organisation
prize,
mondiale de la
the World
Santé
Health Organization
m'honore à plus d'un titre.
is honoring me in
Je
more
tiens
than
à
one way.
remercier
I would like to take this opportunity to particularly thank the United Arab Emirates Health Foundation, who is the sponsor of the prize, as well as the members of the selection committee, as well as the members of the executive board who have given me this prize. This is a personal award for blood transfusion in Mauritania, as well as the development and implementation of strategies to fight against hepatitis, as well as HIV. This is a great satisfaction for me, a personal satisfaction for myself, as well as those who have invested their time and efforts in this area. My history with blood transfusions goes back to the 1990s, when I was a young specialist. I was responsible for the only blood bank in the country at the time, and I was confronted with a great dearth of blood at the time. I saw that we needed to contribute to continue evolving blood transfusion in the country. At the end of a decade of fighting, a policy of blood transfusion was implemented and a blood bank was created, as well as a National Center for Blood Transfusion. We have been able to observe the frequency of the hepatitis B infection because of blood transfusions when we have carried out the necessary studies to be able to study the extent of the infection, as well as the rate of HIV, AIDS, and sexually transmitted infections. A lot of progress has been made in this area, but there are still challenges that remain to be able to improve blood transfusions, as well as to implement the strategies that I have mentioned, and especially the strategies to fight against hepatitis B. I would like to take this opportunity to launch an appeal to fight against viral hepatitis, especially in developing countries. I would like to thank the government of Mauritania for the efforts that have been deployed to fight against these viral hepatitis infections with the establishment of a national center. I would also like to thank all partners that have contributed to the improvement of these strategies. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Baidi. We thank you. Colleagues, it is my pleasure to announce that the Dr. Lee Jong-wook Memorial Prize for Public Health 2017 has been awarded to the Medical Brigade of Cuba, named after Henry Reeve. It is represented by His Excellency Dr. Roberto Morales Ojeda, Minister of Health of Cuba, and Dr. Felix Baya Saria, who is a member of the Henry Reeve International Medical Brigade, who served in Western Africa during the Ebola outbreak. I invite Mr. Yo Han-in, President of the Korea Foundation for International Healthcare, to address this assembly on behalf of the Dr. Lee Jong-wook Memorial Fund.
Honorable President, Your Excellency Dr. Margaret Chan, Director General of the World Health Organization, distinguished delegates, the recipient of the 9th Dr. Lee Jong-wook Memorial Prize for Public Health, the Henry Reeve International Medical Brigade of Cuba. Ladies and gentlemen, I am In Yuan, or John Linton, President of the Korea Foundation for International Healthcare. Much to your surprise, I am a different-looking Korean. Over the last 120 years, since 1895, 4 consecutive generations of my family have lived in Korea to serve for the educational and healthcare needs of the country. I was born in Jeonju, southern area of the Korean Peninsula, and I spent my childhood there. This has allowed me to share the sheer joy and challenges that the country experienced on its growth path as Korea has become a member of the OECD Development Assistance Committee. Therefore, I am greatly honored to have this opportunity to pay my respect to the late former Director General of the World Health Organization, Dr. Lee Jong-wook, and the recipient of the 9th Dr. Lee Jong-wook Memorial Prize for Public Health at the 7th World Health Assembly. Dr. Lee Jong-wook Memorial Prize for Public Health was established in the framework of the World Health Organization upon the initiative of the Ministry of Health and Welfare of Korea and through the Korea Foundation for International Healthcare. The prize has been awarded since 2009, making this the 9th anniversary year to honor the legacy of Dr. Lee, who passed away on May 22nd, 2006, while preparing for the World Health Assembly. The prize is awarded to those who have made an outstanding contribution to public health with the spirit of Dr. Lee, which is do the right things in the right places in the right way. As he stressed while he was with us, I am pleased to announce that this Nobel Prize goes to the Henry Reeves International Medical Brigade. The Henry Reeves International Medical Brigade was constituted in 2005 by the Ministry of Public Health of Cuba to spread the virtue of goodness and humanity throughout the world. Since then, the brigade has sent healthcare workers, including medical doctors and nurses, in response to disasters from latitudes spanning the Caribbean and Central America. Indeed, the brigade has responded to national disasters and serious epidemics faster than any other organization. For the last 11 years since its establishment, the brigade has dispatched a total of 7,254 healthcare workers to 19 countries in emergency relief activities, treating more than 3.5 million people and saving 80,000 lives. The Henry Reeves International Medical Brigade also played a pivotal role in combating the Ebola outbreak in West Africa that reached a peak in September 2014. Under the ratification of the World Health Organization, the support had continued until the Ebola outbreak came to an end in May of 2016. The American author Ernest Hemingway wrote the masterpiece, The Old Man and the Sea, on the coast of Cuba near Havana, and won the Nobel Prize of Literature in 1954. The novel tells us that the heroic determination of a human being is truly unleashed in a barren and challenging environments. Once you resolve to commit your life to other people, you must give them all as your heart tells you to do. The Henry Reeves International Medical Brigade did not let up in the face of risk and challenges. It spread a message of hope throughout the world by serving other people with determined medical support in recognition of the brigade's efforts and endeavors that are most consistent with the spirit of Dr. Lee. We have selected the Henry Lee Medical Brigade as the recipient of the 9th Dr. Lee Jong-wook Memorial Prize for Public Health. On behalf of everyone present today, I would like to extend my wholehearted congratulations and gratitude to the Henry Reeves International Brigade. The Korea Foundation for International Healthcare will continue to be a reliable and trustworthy partner to the World Health Organization and the Ministry of Health and Welfare of Korea in promoting the health of the global village. Thank you very much.
Благодарим вас. Спасибо.
Thank you very much. For us, it is a great honor to present this prize to the Henry Reeves International Medical Brigade of Cuba.
Вам слово, господин министр.
Minister, you have the floor.
Señora Presidenta
Dear Madam
de
President
esta Asamblea Mundial de la
of this
Salud,
World Health Assembly,
doctora Margaret Chan,
dear Dr.
Directora
Margaret
General
Chan,
de la Organización
Director
Mundial de la
General of the
Salud,
World Health Organization,
señoras y señores,
ladies and gentlemen,
en nombre del Gobierno,
on behalf of the government of Cuba as well as the Ministry of Health in Cuba, I would like to thank the World Health Organization for having awarded this prize on behalf of Dr. Lee Jong-wook Memorial Fund to the Henry Reeve International Medical Brigade of Cuba. This brigade was started on the 17th of September 2005 by the historical leader of the revolution, Commander Fidel Castro. After Hurricane Katrina led to a lot of problems and ravaged the southern part of the U.S., the Henry Reeve International Medical Brigade of Cuba offered their help, but it was not accepted. And this was the very beginning of this medical brigade, which was present in 21 countries with 24 medical brigades that were deployed. The last event where we deployed was in March in Peru to the Pura zone, which was affected by intense floods and rain. We would like to especially mention the work that was carried out in Western Africa during the Ebola epidemic in Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea-Conakry, which demonstrates the altruism which characterizes the actions of the medical brigade. Your Excellencies, in the past 11 years of the work of the Henry Reeve International Medical Brigade, more than 7,400 healthcare professionals that were trained and qualified for these types of missions have been able to treat more than 3.5 million people and have saved the lives of 80% of them. We would like to welcome this prize in recognition of all the healthcare workers that have carried out work around the world in countries that have required their help. This is an expression of the solidarity of our people that have been driven forward through the desire to share their wealth with the world. And as Fidel Castro, and we would also like to pay tribute to Fidel Castro, who has started this medical brigade. We would like to continue cooperating on the basis of our experience and the results that have been achieved. As you can see, there have been many successful results in countries where there have been natural disasters and very severe epidemics. Thank you very much.
Благодарим вас. Спасибо.
We thank you, sir. And we once again congratulate all of the laureates.
자, 하나는 거는 요 앞쪽에 있대. 나중에 쪽에서 그렇게 택시 오는 것도 나중에